Big Shaq notices a pregnant woman hawking at the street of Lagos, Nigeria, then. When Shaquille O'Neal visited Lagos, Nigeria, for a business deal, he stumbled upon a scene so heartbreaking it stopped him in his tracks. A pregnant woman hawking oranges under the scorching sun, carrying her young son on her back. Her husband had tragically passed away, leaving her to struggle to make ends meet. What Shaq did next will leave you speechless. Have you ever wondered how a single act of kindness could change the entire course of someone's life? Picture yourself walking down a busy street, surrounded by the noise of cars, the shouts of street vendors, and the vibrant energy of a bustling city. Suddenly, something catches your eye, a scene so moving it makes you question everything. This is the story of what happened when Shaquille O'Neal, better known as Big Shaq, traveled to Nigeria for a business opportunity. What he witnessed, and the actions he took, left everyone speechless. Shaq, a global basketball icon, businessman, and philanthropist, was in Lagos exploring potential investments. Lagos is a city bursting with vibrancy and resilience, known for its energy and entrepreneurial spirit, yet it's also a place where many face daily struggles to make a living. As Shaq's car drove through the busy streets, something grabbed his attention: a young woman, visibly pregnant, walking barefoot on the searing pavement. She was balancing a tray of oranges on her head, and strapped to her back was a small boy, no older than 2. His little body was drenched in sweat, his bare chest exposed to the blazing sun. Shaq couldn't look away. Who was she? What was her story? And why was she out here, enduring so much under such harsh conditions? Shaq asked his driver to stop the car. As he stepped out, the intense sun bore down on him, a heat so oppressive it could drain anyone's energy. Yet, there she was, walking with a determination that seemed unshakable. He approached her, his towering frame casting a shadow over her petite figure. For a moment, she looked startled, unsure why such a giant of a man was speaking to her. With a gentle tone, Shaq asked her name. "My name is Ada," she replied softly but firmly. She explained that her husband had died in a tragic road accident a year ago. He had been the family's sole provider, leaving her with no choice but to fend for herself and her young son. With no relatives to turn to, Ada began hawking oranges on the streets, earning just enough to buy a meal or 2 each day. Can you imagine the strength it takes to carry the burden of survival on your shoulders, all while carrying a new life inside you? Shaq was deeply moved. Here was a woman who had lost so much, yet refused to give up. She didn't beg or complain, she simply worked tirelessly day after day, under the harshest conditions to ensure her son was fed. Then came the moment that changed Ada's life forever. Shaq reached into his pocket, pulled out a stack of cash, and handed her $500. Ada's eyes widened with disbelief. Tears streamed down her face as she thanked him over and over again. But Shaq wasn't finished. He invited her to a nearby cafe so they could talk further. What happened next left the entire street buzzing with awe. As they sat, Shaq gently asked her questions. How much would it cost to rent a small shop? What were her dreams? Did she want to keep selling oranges, or did she aspire to do something different? Still overwhelmed, Ada shared her dream. She wanted to own a small grocery store where she could sell fruits, vegetables, and other essentials, a business that could give her son and unborn child a better future. Shaq smiled and told her he would help. And when Shaquille O'Neal says he's going to help, he means it. He called one of his assistants in Lagos and asked them to find a suitable shop for Ada. Within hours, they located a small but clean storefront in a bustling part of the city. Shaq paid the rent for an entire year up front. But he didn't stop there. Shaq handed Ada an additional $40,000 to stock her shop with goods, hire workers, and set up a thriving business. He also made sure she had access to prenatal care, covering all her medical bills until she delivered her baby. Can you imagine Ada's shock? How would you react if an international superstar stepped into your life and gave you a lifeline you never thought possible? News of Shaq's kindness spread like wildfire. People gathered around the shop as it was being set up, eager to witness the transformation. Ada went from being a struggling street hawker to a proud business owner in just a few days. This story didn't end there. With her new shop, Ada was able to send her son to school and provide for her family. Her business flourished, becoming a hub for the community. People came not only for the goods but also for the inspiration she represented, a testament to resilience, kindness, and the power of a helping hand. Shaq didn't do it for the cameras. In fact, most of the world wouldn't have known about this story if a local journalist hadn't shared it on social media. When asked about his actions, Shaq humbly said, "I saw someone who needed help, and I had the ability to help." It's that simple. Isn't that a powerful lesson for us all? How often do we walk past someone in need, convincing ourselves it's not our responsibility? This story is about more than Shaquille O'Neal or Ada. It's about the ripple effect of kindness. One act of compassion can change a life, and that life can go on to inspire countless others. So, the next time you see someone struggling, remember Ada's story. Remember Shaq's kindness. And remember the incredible impact a single moment of compassion can have. What would you do if you had the power to change someone's life? Would you take the chance? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that remind us of the good in humanity. If you've watched this far, comment your country and drop a 100 points emoji to let us know you're someone who finishes what they start.